And
No,
we're
it's
live.
Cat.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of our D&D Lifeplay game, Aetherseed Cycle of Stars, set in my own homebrew world in a modern era of industrialized might and magic, where you can buy cantrips for the pharmacy. Before we jump into things, and we have a kind of a doozy tonight, let's quickly go around. We can tell you who they are and who they're playing. Nate, and you pass it along.
Hello, I'm Nate, and I'm playing Errol Remenash, the Craggling Fighter. We are really going to have a night tonight, you guys. Over to Cat.
Hi, I am Cat. I am playing RaQui MriTtyur, the Aarakocra Bard / Warlock. Yep, we're gonna have an epic night. Over to you, Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm playing Olo, the halfling rogue bard, who's gonna try not to die tonight. Over to you, Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade. I'm playing Will Soulfire Genasi Cleric, and it's all my fault.
Technically speaking, it's the fault of the leader of the Shadow Rain prior military contractor, quote unquote, your adoptive grandfather. Your adoptive mother's father, who is commonly referred to as the General. With Clara's help, who's now been dishonorably discharged from the army and has now applied to be a seeker, there's some information on where Will's mother may be held. So, gathering their allies and gathering information on the facility itself, the group is more or less getting ready to storm the facility or infiltrate it and rescue Will's mother. Errol contacted his uncle for some aid and was sent a canister of a neurotoxin that would take out anyone in the facility, along with one dose of the antidote that could be delivered within an hour to Will's mother to save her from the impending doom once that canister is triggered. The canister remains an option that they have yet to decide to pursue. Also, last time Errol and Corin and the rest went to Seekers Guild, which precipitated a meeting with the Seeker leader of the district where they're working for support, and also had Corin, a member of the Milieu Foundation, meet Peacecraft, who is an independent module creator and more or less someone who believes in open source versus proprietary stuff. They did not exactly hit it off. But, given the circumstances, both have offered their expertise to the party. And so, a couple of days need to pass before everything is ready. We still have about a day to go before both Peacecraft and Corin return. We kind of had left it last session at we were on the eve of the time where you would have to kick off your mission, but we're going to roll the time a bit back for you to take care of certain things you wish to take care of. So, what do you wish to do on this last day before festivities?
Write my will.
You write a letter to yourself. Hello, my will.
Hello, my will. No, but I mean, I will write a things for my van. It's like my most precious thing other than my cutlery, my chef's knives and stuff. And I will leave my van to my brother, and I will leave my kitchen utilities to my dad and my mum. primarily my dad in case my mum doesn't make it as well. But yeah.
Your brother, Voltaire, you see him during the day having a very long conversation over the phone. And when he's done, he just hands you the weaver and says, "It's dead." And he leaves the room.
Oh, okay.
You take the call.
Yeah, I take the call.
Says, "Hey, there's my girl."
Hi.
So your brother kind of filled me in on
Mhm.
everything that's going on. I've already told him to keep an eye on you, so I'm telling you, keep an eye on him.
Of course.
And just be safe, okay?
Of course.
And I want your mother back so much. But I think
I know.
she would agree with me in that you kids are more important. We're old, we've had our lives. So if it comes to a decision where it's your lives in the balance,
Mhm.
pick yourselves.
I have one disagreement with you.
Hmm?
You're not old.
Older.
You take that back. You have
Nah.
lots of life.
Well, I'm serious.
No, I know. And yes.
You and Voltaire, be careful and then come back and well, I want to give my favorite people a big hug and I need you all to come back to me to be able to do so, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
I love you too.
And he hangs up.
Yeah. Or is it damn idea? I'll give him back his weaver.
You go to return to him. He's standing next to a window, fingers entwined, grasping hands with Mira, his girlfriend, and both kind of a 10-yard stare, like 1,000-yard stare out the window. He takes the phone almost absent-mindedly and just stays there.
Yep, I will not disturb them.
And you
any
see
further.
Pavrik and Lynn, his two friends. They're more or less. Before they were kind of sitting on your sofa just watching TV. Now they're sitting there, but like hands clasped in front of them, just a bundle of nervous energy.
Mhm.
But trying their best not to show it.
Yeah.
But failing miserably.
I am going to pat them both on the shoulder and be like, you guys keep an eye on him for me.
Lynn, the orcish bard, kind of leans in and says, "Funny you should say so. He told us to keep an eye on you."
Yeah, I knew he would say that.
We'll just keep an eye on all of you. You keep an eye on us, and we all keep an eye on each other, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Actually, I have a great idea. If this is the night before, I am going to make a big meal for everybody. So what is everyone's favorite dishes? I would like a list of those and I will go grocery shopping and make a nice meal for everybody.
They all give you their favorite meals. Pavrik is very simple. He just wants a damn fine cheeseburger.
Oh, I could do that. That's fine. That's like nothing.
He just wants he just says, "I'm a simple guy. I just want something that's comforting," and that hits the spot for me.
Good cheeseburger. Cool.
The different dishes come. I'm sure you ask RaQui, Olo, and Errol to provide their own suggestions and make this giant feast for everybody to share. While you're cooking, Lynn is sitting there and just kind of a bundle. Again, it's still kind of a bundle of nervous and just says out loud, "Oh fuck it," and just pulling out of its weird from Hammer Space, which is essentially bag of holding, pulls out a guitar and just starts playing while you cook.
Yes, this is what I want. I want like a little party thing beforehand, like a last minute sort of on the night before, just to kind of help with team morale and all of that stuff.
Pavrik is not a bard. He is essentially a rogue, but he also knows an instrument and joins in playing with Lynn. But Lynn is a College of Glamour bard, so he starts whispering some illusions here and there to just help out the mood.
Cool. Yeah.
That's Will's day and evening.
Mm-hmm.
Errol, I think you and RaQui have the same idea of do some last minute shopping. You're muted.
Yeah. Elle wants to make sure he's got all of the things he thinks he's going to need. He'll check that if anybody else needs anything, and if they want to come with, or give him, a list. Can do the shopping for everyone.
The folks in Will's apartment, aside from Will you decide if there's anything you need, but they're very much settled. They have everything they need. And Clara has been, spends most of the day just going over the weapons that Peacecraft delivered. Just making sure, she knows how to basically learning how they fit together top to bottom. Has a couple instructions there from Peacecraft, and she basically disassembles a few of them and reassembles them. Very, practice military style, and just getting a feel for them. But other than that, she kind of stays to, keeps to herself. But other than that, no one else needs anything in that group. Again, if Will wants something, I'll leave it to you, Jay, to decide.
I'm good.
Then Errol will knock. Well, he'll just, if they're around, then he'll grab RaQui and Olo, and if not, he'll knock on their doors and just see if they want to come with, or.
Olo's just gonna stay here.
Okay, do you need anything?
No, I've got these modules of Peacecraft. I'm just gonna check these
You
out.
have yet to receive the module from Peacecraft. That will happen the next day.
No, I'm just gonna chill. I've got everything I need at the moment. Don't wanna spend money I don't need to.
Okay. I spotted while we were wandering the other day, Corin and I, there's a new module. Hadn't seen it before. It's got sort of boost your vitality. Don't know if that's helpful to you. Not sure how much it takes up.
I'm just gonna try not to get hit.
Okay. Good to know. Good strategy. I will make sure first aid is active. Okay. I'm gonna go poke RaQui.
RaQui, there's a knock on your door.
Open the door.
It's Errol.
Hi.
He's like hands in pockets, like trying to look small, which is difficult.
It's impossible, especially with the size difference here.
He's like, this is non-threatening mode, Errol. This isn't going to get.
Mind you, for everyone watching, these are medium creatures, but still, like 6, nearly 7 foot tall, and like
Versus,
5
3.
foot tall. Like, there is no making yourself look small here.
He's like, Colin. I'm gonna go to the town and grab any last minute things. You have a list, or do you want to come looking? I don't. This is it's a big operation. I figured time to restock on anything.
Kind of just looking around and become very aware of the fact that there is nobody else with Errol, so it's just Ricky and Errol.
Phil's got a handful.
I'm gonna go get some stuff anyway. But thanks.
You want to go separately to the same place?
Mind you, Ricky, you're a local. You know there's a gajillion different places where to get modules. It's like going to the city to like an Apple store or something like that. There's a few.
Same mission.
I was gonna go to another store.
I didn't mention a specific store, but okay. I hear you.
Cool. So
Do you
see you later?
Ricky, what did I do?
What do you mean, what did you do?
Look, I get that I'm not the most intelligent person in this group, but I'm not an absolute idiot. You are avoiding me, and we're about to walk into what will, I am sure, become a shit show very quickly.
You're right. We're about to walk into a shit show. You want to have this conversation right now?
I don't want to not have this conversation. And there is always a chance that this is the last time you get to speak to someone.
I mean, I think we need to focus on the mission, but you nearly died, Errol.
Yeah.
Again.
I literally did nearly die.
Yep. People have to process that in their own way. So, yeah. I have stuff to do. You obviously have stuff to do. And I don't think that this is the time or the place.
All right, Ricky.
I want to ask, Ricky, are you trying to let's just disguise your emotional state in terms of this conversation?
I
think we both know that this conversation, this topic hits spots for Ricky.
She does not want to have this conversation because of the emotion that will come with said conversation. So at the moment, she's trying to keep it together.
Make a deception check for me. To try to at least hide the fact that this is you're trying to hide a very fragile emotional state when it comes to Errol, at the very least.
I rolled a 17.
Oof.
Earl, insight, if you wish.
Is this still the same day that we left off?
What do you ask?
As in, is this the day? Because because I had my social loadout on and the numbers are different.
You have the loadout. You have whatever loadout you wish to have out.
I think it's the same. Yeah.
If it's the same day, then I already made comment that I had my social loadout on, which means
Yeah.
my DC is 19. Like passive insight, 19.
Oh, I will allow. Then she is. She's keeping something back. You read that you can clearly tell that she is, because you've done it. You did it try to do it with Corin in the airport.
Yeah.
Try to hold back a surge of emotion. She's doing the same, but unlike Corin, where you couldn't keep the dam from bursting, she is actually succeeding, but you can see the cracks.
Okay. All right. Then you had better make it out of this. Because I'm not letting this whatever distance between us get bigger than it is already. I have very few friends.
Let's get Will's mum.
Right. It doesn't change. But I love you. He like backs away and leaves.
As he's walking away, RaQui shouts after him, "Hey, Errol, don't die." And just goes back in her apartment and
promises.
closes the door.
Close the door. What does RaQui do? Can she hold back that wall she put up?
I think it wavers a little bit, but she kind of stops it from bursting, pulls herself together and kind of goes, "No, this is not the time or the place. There's stuff that I need to do."
Indeed. So both you head off to independent stores in different parts of town, perhaps even different districts. What do you wish to acquire?
I am primarily looking for the cushion module.
You will find it
Extra
at,
hits.
because it is Cardis. You'll find it at 1.5, the markup you see in the Excel file that we have.
If I wander around, do I see it cheaper anywhere else?
Make an investigation check. Let's make a DC 20.
$19. That's very annoying.
It's incredibly annoying. So yeah, 1.5.
He needs it, so I buy it.
And
it's an extra $350. Wait,
what's the cost?
extra $350, I think. Yeah. Duns. That was the big thing I needed. So that's purchased. Let me take off the extra.
And RaQui, what are you looking for?
There are 3 things I'm looking for. So one is some more charges for my first aid module.
Remember we made a change. They all the modules of charges they pull from the fuel module that has just a collection of charges. So I would say just get a new fuel, and that feeds all the different modules you have.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get an
Spare
extra
fuel.
one of those. Yeah. And then I'm also after some more of the mana and healing drinks, whatever I can find.
You
that's a
you
good
go to a
idea.
pharmacy. There's a bunch of health drinks. You know, the kind of bullshit drink that you find here that says boosts energy. You know, whatever, it's just water. But here they do have an effect. You'll find, you know, the equivalent of a Gatorade that, you know, that restores electrolytes and health.
So I'm looking for the ones that we had previously that give us because I've still got a couple of them, but I'm almost out of the ones, the mana drink specifically and the healing drink specifically that give us the 3d 4+4.
Yeah, you can find them at a, you know, a local pharmacy or a health shop, or even any shop really. If you're just looking for those, you know, go for literally 5 crests a pop. They don't cost anything.
Oh wow. Okay. That's all the shopping that I want
Remember,
to do.
in this modern era, magic is a commodity. It's been industrialized, processed, bottled up, and ready to serve.
I'm also going to grab some of those myself. Yeah, X amount. Don't know yet. I'm going to just take off some gold.
Be precise in how much you are getting. It's important. And as for the question on the chat, yes, I had to adjust some sizes on different windows and made sure to reorganize some of the windows.
Oh. Let's do.
I'm going for a massive stock up. So if they're 5 crests a pop, I'm gonna spend 200 crests to get 20 of each.
I will remind you, these are essentially like your 500 milliliter like Pepsi bottles.
Yep.
So
I bought my car.
you'll be. I mean, do you have a hammer space module? Because if you don't, you'll be lugging those around, and those weigh.
I might not take all of them with me, but that's how many I'm getting.
I mean, you end up buying like a full like 24 pack, and taking it home, and it's in your car for the moment.
I'm gonna grab 10 health drinks for 50. And I do have a hammer space module, so I stick them in there.
They're each about fuck it, it's like a half a pound. Even less. They're nothing. Don't worry, they're bulky, but you know.
Can you remind me as well? Is it an action or a bonus action to?
Bonus action to drink a potion. Yeah.
Bonus action to take.
In D&D normal, it's at the standard, but for me, it's a bonus.
How much FP is that?
44 plus 4 hit points. I don't think Errol's thinking about his mana, so he's not buying any mana ones.
Each of the bottles weighs about 1 point something pounds. Literally, they weigh their more or less their liquid content. So 500 milliliters, 500 grams. Which is why if you have 20 of them, that's 500 grams times 20.
Check what the thing says on it. Space. 100 pounds, including equipment.
Later on, we'll figure out how much your equipment weighs, and we'll.
I was gonna say I don't know how much my equipment.
We'll figure that out. But for now, I'm not gonna be too bothered. And I mean, you're gonna need them. So I'm gonna say you're gonna need them. As I told my players before this game even started, they have a bunch of allies. They're gonna get some really overpowered modules just for this mission. So the kitty wheels are off, and they're heading into a private military company's headquarters. This is just think of this as Splinter Cell. Just the part where if you get discovered, you get shot to hell.
I think that's kind of it. He will message Corin and make sure he's coming home at some point.
Corin
that
had
day.
told you that he would be staying at the Foundation for this evening and will be returning the next day with the
next
goodies.
day. Yeah, I think I already messaged him the last session, so I knew that. Yeah, Errol's kind of probably going to spend most of the afternoon making sure that everybody else has got everything.
What is your passive perception?
Passive perception, not super high. 13.
As you're returning home, you see a guy passing you, walking his dog with his walking one hand on a leash on a dog and the other hand pushing a fucking thing where babies go.
Go pushchair.
Those I forgot the name completely.
Pram.
Hmm?
Like a pram.
No, the
like
thing.
a covered one.
Yeah. I really forgot the name. Anyone in chat can help me. The thing you put babies in to wheel them. Anyway. Carriage? Baby carriage? Whatever. Sure. Walking one of those and your eye lights up.
Oh, shit. Look at him. Is it the same guy?
Different guy.
Oh, no.
This is a lanky human male. And it just says Peridot. That is his name, Peridot. Supposed to be serving, because everybody goes to hell for a time. That's how the cycle of death works. He's supposed to be serving about 1,000 years in hell.
Oh, it's a lot.
And he's not in hell.
And he's not there. Lives in our apartment building.
Stroller. That's the word I was looking for. Stroller. Baby stroller. Thank you.
Was there a young child in that stroller?
Yes.
With a young child, yeah, that's not going to make Errol feel worse. He's human.
Yeah, he's human, as is the kid.
Lanky human. My note now.
Just tall and lanky. Well, lanky in general, just tall and slim. Wearing a pair of jeans, shirt, and sandals, and has this looks like a pet displacer beast because it's like Chihuahua size, but it has the displacer beast tentacles.
As displacer beef.
It's a displacer Wawa.
Displacer.
This Wawa.
Chihuahua. I can't spell Chihuahua. Wawa.
CHIHUAHUA. Chihuahua.
Okay.
That concludes the Aetherseed Cycle of Stars spelling bee.
Thank you. I was like, just mashing the keys, man. I don't know how to spell it. How displacer Chihuahua. Okay. Noted. Errol's like, oh man, fucking two that I need to.
You know full well it's 20.
I know, but there's 2 that I have identified and that are in reach.
Okay, with that, you return home. RaQui, do you also return, or do you make one final stop anywhere?
I'm
Going once
returning
again
home.
to the storage facility, and
No, I think I've got enough stuff from there for the time being. No, I'm returning home.
you return home, and Will has prepared this. You likely would have gotten a message earlier in the day saying, what's your favorite food and everything, and she's preparing a gigantic meal for everybody.
Okay. I have a question. So the talon gloves and the wing adornments that I have picked up out of the storage locker.
Yeah.
How long to attune them?
That's the thing, curious thing. For people in this era, the knowledge of attuning items is more or less lost.
Okay.
Like, people don't attune items; they go and turn them into modules, because that's kind of like educated. That's the thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You could attune them the same way as normally do. But I would say make an Arcana check for me, because again, that understanding is not part of this world. It's not a normal thing to find a dagger and attune to it. It's much more common for people. Almost like taking something to recycling and getting paid for it. There's actually that's a very lucrative business in taking artifacts and such to, either the foundation or, an artificer of that variety, say Peacecraft, and having the thing turn into modules and getting paid a reward for it. That's actually something that's it's an industry in this world.
Yep. 24.
But you are a learned individual, so you know that you could put these on, and in 30 minutes you would kind of attune to them, and would get a kind of a hint, an inkling of what they do. But they're kind of bound to you at that point until you remove them.
Okay. So I'm not going to put them on yet. I will put them on before we're due to leave.
Okay.
I'm going to dig out the module, though, that Peacecraft managed to sort out for me.
I will because of 24, I think I will tell you. And one of a thing that magic items do, particularly from your point of view in your career, which is why modules are preferred in general, is that magic items are always on. So someone with look back or any form of forensic detect magic can read that signature at all times. So magic items are traceable in a way.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay. I'm going to take that module with me to dinner.
Okay. Who is the lucky winner of the module?
So I'm going to take Will to one side. Speak, Will, can I have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
So a couple of things. I wanted to kind of say thanks for the other day, but I'm also super conscious that, you've already started diving out of windows for me.
Huh?
Now you've got Clara here, you've got your brother here, and we're going to rescue your mum. I kind of figure there's a lot of people around that you could dive out of a window for.
Fair
so
point.
I want you to have this. And I give her the module.
rescue. So what does it do? Help me jump out of windows more?
Well, you know, the moment you install it if you plug it in and download, it's essentially like an app, and you download it, you will see exactly what it does, which is what I explained to
Yeah, of course.
RaQui before.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I wrote down. So it basically gives you temporary wings.
You activate it as a bonus action, and it gives you a flight speed of 50 feet for 1d6 rounds. At any point, you can spend 5 HP
Mhm.
and increase that for another one. Sorry, it's 10 HP and another 1d6 rounds.
Thank you.
Which you would already know is strange that you find a module that works of sacrificing your life energy. It's weird.
That doesn't. Nah.
It's all kinds of shady and hinky. That's for certain.
I would like to point out though, I'm not condoning the jumping out of windows, but should you feel the need, hopefully this may help you.
Thank you. And I will try not to use it.
There's a
I'll
benefit.
try.
There's a benefit. You have seen the blueprints for this facility because Eldara did pass them along, before her laboratory turned, to ashes. But it is an underground facility, so there's not going to be that much jumping out of windows.
When there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, there are elevator shafts. I'm sure that counts.
I will find a way. But yes, I will. Thank you. I will try not to need it, but I appreciate that I was the person you thought of who would need this. And don't worry about the other day. And despite how I may have reacted, thank you.
No worries.
And enjoy your dinner. I hope it lives up to expectations. And don't worry if you don't finish all of it. It's fine. It'll be here. You can have leftovers. It'll last a few days.
Well, with that, the day passes. The next morning, you all get a message from PCR saying, hey, head off to the Seekers Guild. I got your goodies. And, Taker is calling everybody here. Corin sends a message. I have received a message from the Seekers Guild. I'm heading there. You all meet up, and Peacecraft and Corin have a kind of a standoff. Well, let's get this sorted, okay? Corin says, I have some modules that I've prepared for everybody. Says, piece of cuts him out. Ignore the hack. I have better modules for you all. Tigger goes, enough. Each of you pick whatever the fuck you want. No more arguing. Is that clear? Piece goes, okay. I'll leave the hack alone. Corin if he could get shades of purple, he would. But anyway, he hands you a module, Errol. And for simplicity's sake, and because PCF can create unique stuff, but he needs to know, he needs data. He has data on you, but he doesn't have data on your companions. So everybody that is not you, or in this case, Will, Olo, and RaQui get the module provided the Foundation, which is a very standardized module, and it's fucking overpowered. And they both seem to have had the same idea of creating a very, very overpowered modules that will burn out. They will overload in about 24 hours, and they're gone. The Foundation one, it's all attributes that are all ability scores that are under 16 become 16. +2 to all skill checks, +2 to all saves, +25 HP, +15 mana, +2 attack and damage, and resistance to an element of your choice. RaQui, you get one that you already know, but to give to our audience the pleasure, has 4 abilities. The first one is called Sensor. In a radius of 30 feet, you can see the HP and mana values of everybody. Basically, you see HP bars. In fact, the moment you install it, which I'm guessing you're going to install it now because you're going on this mission now, you see everybody's HP bars on top, like you're watching them in an MMO. You have Feather Storm. As a bonus action, you can throw spectral feathers at all enemies within 30 feet. Dex save using your casting DC or half damage, dealing 2d6 plus your casting modifier as a necrotic damage. It has a recharge of 6, meaning you roll a d6 at the beginning of your turn. If you roll the 6, it's recharged, much like a breath weapon for the dragon, though a bit more restrictive, because dragon breaths are usually 5/6. When casting healing spells, if you spend 3 extra mana, you maximize the dice. When casting damaging spells, you can spend 2 extra mana to add your casting modifier as an extra necrotic damage and heal by that amount. So what is your casting modifier? It will be wisdom. Or, charisma, I think, for the warlock ones. I don't know.
+4.
+4. So you will be the extra 4 and heal 4. That's it for RaQui. Will gets protecting what's yours. When casting offensive spells, a number of allies of your choice, up to your proficiency bonus, are healed by an amount equal to the spell's level. Fueling the Holy Flames. You can spend mana to regain 1 use of Channel Divinity. Debilitating Bolt. When striking a creature with Guiding Bolt, instead of granting advantage to the next attack against the creature, you can instead cause a creature to have disadvantage on their next attack. And Vampiric Wounds. When you use inflict wounds on a target, you can heal for half the damage dealt. And lastly, Olo has Lingering Injuries. On a critical hit, the enemy takes a sneak attack damage again at the beginning of their next turn. After images. When an attack misses you, you can use a reaction to immediately move up to your speed and attempt to hide. You have Mana Burst Smiting. When making an attack, weapon, or spell, for every 4 mana you spend, you add 1d4 point of force damage. I wanted to clarify this, much like actual Smite, you decide the spending of mana after you've confirmed the hit. The last one is Stinger Slinger. Once per round, you can deal an extra 2d6 piercing damage. By spending 2 mana, you can change the damage type. So from piercing, you can make it fire, force, thunder, whatever you want. And those are the modules. In addition to that, Corin packs a couple of goodies, and he hands one to RaQui. It says, it's up to you if you wish to use this. You are proficient, because you're proficient with staves. It's an ether staff. It's a proprietary piece of tech from the Foundation. It's essentially like a quarter staff, but it's a Kriskar staff that deals 1d8 force damage at a range of up to 30 feet. You basically lob balls of magic. Do you still have your hammer, Errol? Peacecraft takes your hammer from you and throws it in the garbage and hands you a new one. It's the same hammer, but you can press a button and it turns into an axe. I got the telemetry from your fight against the big plant thing. It seemed like you were trying to cut a plant with a hammer. So I want to prevent you from committing such stupidity again.
I did go and find an axe, but this is much nicer. Thank you.
From what you're telling me, you seem to have, and he pulls out like a chart. It says you seem to have lifted off the ground for a bit, which makes me think you got thrown.
I was eaten.
Whatever you say.
It's like, was.
With that, well, I'm done with this. Everybody ready? I'm gonna be staying here. Good luck. Bring me souvenirs. And he dives back into the ground.
Can I stick on my stuff?
You put them on. Okay. The claws. You had the feeling they call the Talons of Revere. Revere being RAVEER. Talons of Revere. You know how you were saying Wilch don't dive off windows? What these do is if you dive towards an enemy, for every 10 feet you travel towards them, you add 1d6 damage to 1d6 points of extra damage to the attack. They deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier. Essentially, it's mimicking like a bird of prey, just diving with the talons.
So if I do a talon attack, then for every 10 feet I dive, it adds 1d6. Okay.
The wing armor gives you +1 to AC, and as a bonus action with a recharge of 4 to 6, you can double your speed for this round. Essentially gives you a free, a bonus action dash.
Okay. Cool.
More or less it gives you like cunning action dash.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Tigger is like, well, I think that's all of us. We've all had the blueprints. We're all ready to go. It's only a matter of getting it done. Will, this is personal to you. Do you want to take point on this one?
Yes. Just a quick question. How long will it take for us to get to this place?
From where you are, about in a car, which you will be getting, about 45 minutes.
Okay, so when we're about 5 minutes away, because I don't think that as soon as we appear out there that we're not gonna correct me if I'm wrong. Before we go in, we're not gonna have a minute or anything to be able to do anything before we go in. Will we?
You'll have all the time you need, because presumably you'll be infiltrating. You're not, unless you want to kick in the front door. You have the blueprint, so there are other entryways that you can attempt to go through.
Okay. Because I want to cast a spell just before we go in. It takes a minute, I think. 1 second, let me just bring it up. Yeah, it takes a minute. But it's motivational speech, so that's why I wanted to just do that just before we head in, because it lasts an hour.
Yes, I'm just adjusting. No, that's worse. That's even worse. Let me just remove. Sorry, folks. Just I thought it was correct and somehow I missed it. Let me see. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're correct. Perfect. So you wanted the minute to do what?
So just before we head in, I'm
Mhm.
going to cast motivational speech.
Give me your motivational speech.
So first of all, I will tell you because it affects 5 people. So I will tell you who I'm doing it on. So it'll be myself, it'll be Olo, it'll be RaQui.
Not Errol.
Not Errol. No, I've already had discussion with Errol. So not Errol. But I will do it on Voltaire and
Laura, I'm guessing.
I think I might do it in Clara. Yeah.
You go in a couple of vans. They're disguised to be like plumbers' vans and electricians' vans to be a bit more, inconspicuous. In one van you're going all together. The other one, Mintra joins you as you're leaving the Seekers Guild. There is one more individual that joins you. You don't see him at the Seekers Guild, but as you're arriving, Will, you sense someone pulling on your, like on the shoulder of your shirt, and you turn and you have a little plant guy standing on your shoulder.
Oh.
Hey.
Little bulbous, carnivorous plant, and he says, "Hey, boss.
Hey. How you doing?
Oh, I just finished my training. I'm here."
Congrats.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So this is a suicide mission, right?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. He kind of, the bulbous head doesn't have eyes. You still don't know how it senses, but it kind of turns towards Tigger and says, "Fuck you." Tigger just nonplussed, like, whatever.
Very much like Will just has, I'd also like to cast as well, but I also have another question. So how many drinks in total will you allow me to carry?
I mean, as I said, they kind of weigh 1 pound each. So you're gonna be carrying like 20. That's, if you want to haul like 50 pounds full of drinks on you,
No, I don't.
bench press them in between castings. I mean, you can bring it in the car all you want and spread them around if you want. If that's your
You want me
plan.
to carry them in my hair?
Okay, so okay, yes, I'm gonna do this, but can I also, so I'd like to cast enhanceability. So I am going to target myself, Will, and Errol, and give the 3 of us Cat's Grace. So
Advantage on dexterity
advantage on dex checks, and don't take any damage from falling 20 feet or less if it's not as long as not incapacitated.
checks. For Errol, no jumping up 3-kilometer towers.
I'm then to, how many have I got? I need to figure out how many I have. Hang on.
You just bought 20 of the things.
I know, but I
20
want
of
to
each.
use them
You have
as well.
40 bottles.
So I'm going to give Errol, Olo, and Will 4 bottles of each.
Errol's gonna go. If it's the healing potions, I bought 10, so I've got 10. And I was gonna hand some out, but if you're gonna hand some out, he's like, I've
Okay.
got spares.
Well, I'll keep the 4 of those, and you can have the 4 mana ones.
Okay.
And then Olo and Will can have 4 of each mana and healing. And then to replenish the mana that I've just used on enhanced ability, I'm going to drink 1
Okay.
now.
Cool. So
do
Will,
that.
that speech.
I'll ask if anybody else wants healing potions too, because I've 10, and I don't think I mean, I might need 10, but I also am happy to share.
Voltaire takes a couple.
I'd like to keep 5, so there's 5 if anybody wants.
No, Voltaire takes only 2, and Pavrik takes 2. Lynn and Mira don't take anything. Mintra, not interested.
Okay, I've got 6 noted.
And Ticker and Souther politely
Bolt their own.
they feel disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Means no. You arrive, and I'm owed a rousing speech.
Yes. Sorry, I was just waiting for. So I'm not usually one for speeches, so please bear with me. But no matter what happens today, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being with me and for helping. Some of you I've only known for a short while. Some of you I've known for longer. And I was brought up with a mixed family. And I think in a way that has made me realize that, yes, despite some of us not getting along, some of us maybe having slightly shady backgrounds, or some of us being a lot smarter or having more morals than others, that's kind of what my family was built up from. And in a way, you're all part of a family that I have built myself. Whether it is through blood, I guess, in a way, and she'll look at Voltaire for that bit, because they are technically siblings, adoptive siblings, sort of thing. Or, you know, not. It means a lot, and it will also mean a lot to my mother as well. And whether you like it or not, and despite the fact that I am very in your face, I suppose is the best way to put it, you are all part of my family, and Mom would also make you a part of hers as well. And that is what this means to me, is we're all in this together, we're all family, we all have each other's backs. Or ankles, as she'll look at. Can't remember his name. She look at the little plant.
Bigglesby.
Best.
Clara like scoots closer to you, picks up Bigglesby, puts it over your head, says, "Look, mistletoe," and gives you a kiss.
Don't need bites.
Bigglesby, for this mission, Bigglesby will be acting essentially as your familiar. So anything you can do with familiar, give you a help action, that sort of thing, you can do with him.
Okay.
He is a level 1 druid.
Aww. But yes, so no matter what, and again, I will say thank you, and hopefully the gods and goddesses will be there to protect us as well and help us get through this without losing any of us.
With that, the cars arrive, and you all kind of carefully make your way towards the warehouse. And you have 3 entryways. The front door. There's always the front door. Kick in and just go. You know, get the party started from the get-go. You can try to climb up to the roof and go through the upper ventilation. And there's a back door entrance that leads to like a maintenance area from where you can go through essentially like maintenance hatches. Up to you which one you want to choose. That is the first choice that you'll be making in this mission. And I will tell you this. Beyond the 4 members of your party, that is Olo, Will, Errol, and RaQui, every other member of this team is at your disposal to use as units. So if you want to send Sother out to just kick in the front door and start a ruckus, they will do that. Whatever the consequences of that action may be. Of course, you know, you're free to decide amongst yourselves. I'm not going to force you, Jay, to make all the decisions unless you wish to do so. But every character with you is a resource at your disposal.
Just to make you aware, Kevin, for Clara and Voltaire, and for RaQui and Olo. So with motivational speech, this lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I cast it at 4th level, so you get 10 temporary hit points. Have advantage on wisdom saving throws. If you're hit by an attack, you have advantage on the next attack roll. And once you lose your temporary hit points, once you lose the 10 temporary hit points, the spell ends.
Okay. Is it a concentration spell or just a fixed duration spell? No concentration.
Fixed duration spell.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so first choice. Which entry? And do you all go to the same entry or split this up?
I would say we would probably go. I think the best course of action would be to find the shortest route to where we think my mother may be.
You know your mother will be in the lower levels,
Yeah.
in the facility proper. There are some places that you find they're kind of like brigs. So that is where you presume she would be.
Mm-hmm.
Your direct entryway that cuts off the front, because that's just starting a fight, and well, you'll have to fight your way down.
Mm-hmm.
The ventilation is direct. You'll have to move carefully and make a few rolls to move along. Mostly athletics, acrobatics, everything. It's physically demanding, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
The back entrance is the pure stealth approach. It's, picking a lock, going in stealth, avoiding being seen, and then climbing down the maintenance hatches.
I would say, guys, correct me or tell me if not. I would say probably ventilation, because if we can get there as fast as possible with minimal fight, that would be great, and we just fight the way out. But if we can get there without killing ourselves, so we can actually. But it's up to you if you want to input or not.
Sounds good.
I'd say backdoor, stealthy option.
How many of us are particularly stealthy individuals?
Povric and Olo would be the most stealthy. Sother is more or less stealthy. Voltaire is a monk. He can move so lightning fast, no one will see him. Mira and Mintra have some tricks up their sleeves. But, you know, I don't think RaQui is very stealthy. Will is not very stealthy. She's bright orange. Voltaire as well, but again, he's a monk. He can move really fast. And Errol, I don't think you will be starring in, you know, in any heist movies anytime soon. I mean, Bigglesby is tiny. He is super stealthy. And Clara, well, I mean, Clara is trained in stealth. But she is much more the, you know, open the door, throw a grenade, close the door.
Yeah.
We're a pretty split party then, kind of half
Yeah,
good.
every
half not.
choice you make will have pros and cons. There is no perfect way in.
Errol's not good at these things, but agrees probably ventilation or stealthing through the back if the stealthy people are going to help the non-stealthy people. But the ventilation could get noisy just the same, so we're kind of in a similar position.
Don't forget, I have just given Will, RaQui, and Errol enhanced ability.
You
Yeah,
have
so I
advantage.
will cancel out my disadvantage.
And the same with me as well. So maybe we can try doing stealth. We'll go through the back, try and stealth it as best we can, and then.
Yep. Okay.
To simplify this, I will have you four roll stealth. And basically for each member of the additional party, I will add a 1 to the average result of your 4 rolls. Except for Povric and Sother will each add 2 to the average because they are more stealthy. Okay, so Olo.
Ooh, bad roll. 13.
13. Errol.
22. Olo. The fuck?
Will.
21.
RaQui.
16.
That is an average of 18. With Sother and Povric, that turns into 22. And with a total of everyone else, kind of, let's put it at 30. That is the average total. I will make a few rolls. I will leave it to you. This is a fairly high group stealth. Do you wish to use this roll for the entirety up to the point you get to the hatch? Or do you wish to roll again for every section that you're moving through? You basically need to move through what is essentially 3 rooms and hallways, so it will be 3 rolls, unless you wish to use this one roll for against, you know, the different rolls I need to make.
I'd say go with this with a 30 because Olo was so worried about the other's stealth he forgot about his own, but they did all right.
For the record, that was a 19. I can't roll a lot better.
And same with me, that was also a 19, so I don't want to risk it.
I'm rolling with a plus 13 on the perception. So a 17 or higher, and you are detected. Roll 1. You pass through without issue. You stop others, and thanks to RaQui's ability to see HP bars, you know when people are coming or going. Second roll. Second room, you pass again without much issue. You have a moment of you're scared, and RaQui, your passive perception notices there seems to be something moving with an HP bar between the walls. You clock that it has about 100 HP. One last roll. You find the maintenance hatch and open it. In fact, I'm going to need a roll from someone to open this maintenance hatch.
Olo,
Is it
you're
heavy
up.
or unlockable?
It is locked, and it's you wouldn't call it heavy.
Hello.
Okay, what type of roll?
This will be a thieves' tools.
Okay,
Alternatively, if you have any blacksmith's tools, would also work.
25.
You pry this lock without much issue. The tumblers click into place. You move like a lever, kind of just something you kind of move to the side. It pops open, and you open it, and you can descend. You all go down, close it behind you, and head to the lower levels. You are in the Shadow Rain base proper. You are in a more or less like a locker room. There are lockers near you. There seems to be a shower on the other end. There are a few suits of body armor hanging from the walls. Anyone has low light vision or dark vision? You are in low light vision. So your visibility is limited. I will tell you one restriction that I forgot to write down on your module, RaQui. Your ability to see HP bars is limited by your vision. So if you cannot see it, you cannot see the HP bar. There are exceptions, as you saw something in the wall. But that was because you were in very absolute proximity to it.
Oh, so you can see it, but you have to be like.
You have to be close.
I have a 60-foot dark vision.
You see, as I said,
I've got dark vision.
with those with dark vision or those low light vision, can see that there are pockets of gloom as the lights are kind of. You figure this is a place that kind of lights up as people come in, So if you start walking, likely the lights will come on. But right now it's in perfect darkness. Or, again, there's a soft glow and some, but you can see that, again, some body armor, like full sets of body armor, helmet included, are hanging. There's some that seem to be mannequins, like they're set like in a pose. But, you can, some have the helmet open and you can see the plastic face of the mannequin. And just a bunch of lockers, towels, and such. You kind of come into the locker room and showers. Outside, you come out from what it seems to be like a maintenance closet and onto this room. What do you wish to do? You're right now perfectly still.
Does anybody want to check anything before we move on? I'd suggest sabotaging the armor, but I don't think it's worth it. Nobody's going to have time to put on armor if the fight starts.
You begin to move.
I can't see.
Where are you in the marching order?
So,
You're all
I
more or less a
can't tell you.
jumble at this point.
I can't tell you.
There's not
because
much
I
of a
can't
marching
see.
order. There's too many people to have a marching order, really. Well, I'm assuming that the four of you and Clara are more or less the front.
Yeah. I can reach for RaQui, or you can hold on to me. I know you can't see in the dark. I don't know whether any.
Again,
Olo
the
can
moment
see,
if you
right?
start moving, the lights are going to come on, likely.
Oh,
So
it's
it's
like
up to-
motion detection.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait and
Kind of,
listen.
as I mentioned, there's kind of a soft glow that kind of gives you that impression. Besides, you
Ah.
don't see any light switches.
Does somebody want to scout ahead? Somebody particularly stealthy looks at Olo, but then realizes Olo can't see shit.
Okay, I'll tiptoe ahead a little bit.
I'm going to ask you, do you want to move so stealthily that the motion detection doesn't pick you up? I'll allow it, but it's a high roll.
No, I'll move so stealthy that the lights will detect me, but I'll be outside the illuminated part as much as possible.
Okay. You move. Make a stealth roll for me.
Fuck. Yeah, my dice don't like me. 13.
13. You move, and you kind of being a bit too obvious. You're leaning toward, like behind a locker, and kind of lean the full head. So if anyone's there, they're gonna see it. But the lights come on, and RaQui, your passive perception picks one of the armors as an HP bar.
I don't know who's closest to me, whether it's whoever it is, but I'm just gonna tap them and point.
Is it a person or is it?
It's
just...
one of the like the mannequin.
Oh, it's like a robot.
HP.
Is it mechanical?
Seriously, it also has a mana bar.
And mana.
Does it look mechanical if we turn around and glance?
It's a
at it with my
mannequin.
dark
You just see a open helmet and a mannequin, so empty eyes.
Yeah, so some kind of construct then.
Oh no. It doesn't seem to be moving. It's just there.
How much HP does it have?
From what you can see, about 50.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that.
I will move around it.
Move.
And I'll get ready to try to immobilize it if I need to.
Not moving.
I think it's the motion sensor.
The motion sensor has already detected. Olo, the lights are on. And Olo has rolled such a piss poor stealth that all of your passive perceptions detect them.
Like
Anybody
this.
know how to? Anybody know how to immobilize this?
I mean, it's
Without-
already it's already pretty
Destroying it.
mobile.
Yeah, let's just not wake it up.
Just leave it alone. I'm just concerned it will attack us the minute we turn our backs on it, or it's watching us. Do I know much about the Soul Forged?
I mean, you've interacted with him in the past, and it doesn't seem to be a soul forged. At least it doesn't match any of the bodies you've seen before.
I've not seen any like it.
Soul forged are more like look very much like the robots from like iRobot, you know, like kind of plexiglass and steel.
Oh, Errol's not the infiltration guy.
So what do you wish to
I
do?
mean, it's not doing anything right now. The longer we stay here, the higher the chances are that it's gonna start.
Exactly. So we might as well carry on. We will do this weeping angel style, and one person will go. We all keep our eyes on it. Next person goes. Keep your eyes on it, and then hopefully, it won't move with us watching it.
I didn't ask, Kevin. Do we have like any sort of monitoring equipment with us to
You didn't ask for it, so no.
anyone else?
You didn't ask for it, so no. You did have a period of time to prepare for this.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until now. I was going to be like, I'm going to contact that. No, did we get something? No, we didn't. Yeah, then Errol's not the guy for this.
Olo starts moving.
He's the
Stealthy.
punch it guy.
You can always punch it.
I don't vote we do that. We need to keep moving.
You open the door opens and you are looking at several hallways. From the map, you're from the way you're looking at the map from the facility. There is a clear path towards the brig, where you would have to stealth your way there. You know, hiding in shadows, getting into rooms, moving around. You could divert also to another section of the base into what is essentially a security room. To presumably take control of that. There is also at the back of the facility, imagine there's the security room here, the brig here, going straight here are quarters, and then this says general's office.
Okay, I think we should go to the security room because then we'll know for definite where my mother is, because I'm pretty sure they will have video cameras in the area she is probably going to be, and also we might be able to take control as well. So I think that's probably.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you, do you wish all of you to go? Or do you want to send a group of people to do that while another group of people takes care of something else?
I think
First things first. I want everyone to get into this room. I'm going to close the door.
Mhm.
And I'm going to cast knock knock on it.
Okay, so arcane lock on the
Door
on the
between
shower
us.
inside
and-
in the shower room, right?
Yeah,
In
so
this
there'll
locker
be.
room.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's magically locked.
Okay. So the golem thing's not a problem at the moment.
Doesn't seem to be moving at all. No reaction.
Okay, Will, this is your rodeo. What do you want to do?
You can break your allies down into, let's say, 2 groups.
Mhm.
You have Voltaire and his crew, so there's
Yep.
4 of them, and then the Seekers, which are Ticker, Sother, and Mintra.
Okay. I will ask Tika and Voltaire. I will ask both of them who is good with security, like cameras and things like that.
Ticker goes, I can handle it.
Okay. So then Seekers go to security and
Yeah.
okay.
I will roll their stealth to move towards the other room. So I will tell you what their average roll is. Unfortunately. The dice don't like rogues today.
I rolled 2 twice on my stealth roll.
Sother has joined you in that club.
Do you know what's even worse? 1 would have been better because at least I could have re-rolled that fucker.
So I have. Fortunately, in this place we'll be dealing with human guards and their perceptions, and not an overall security system like on the upper floor. Because there's patrolling guards and such. They have a +4 to perception. It's going to be just 1 roll to see if they are discovered. Their average roll is a 12.
Oof.
So if I roll an 8 or or higher, things will go poorly. Hey. Minutes pass. You're tapping your feet. RaQui, that armor still has HP. It's not moving. It's not doing anything. So I'm guessing you're still looking at it from the out of the corner of your eye.
Can she see it? Didn't we shut the door?
You shut the door inside. Because otherwise you're out there in the open hallway. You get text. Will. We're at the security station. We're going in. There's 2 guards. We'll try to disable them.
Okay.
I'm going to make an opposed roll. An attack from Sother. Against the con save of a guard. I'm going to make 2 attacks against 2 con saves. If they succeed, guard is taken out. The guards have a +4 to the save. Mintra is making this attack with a +5. Difficulty they need to beat. So Mintra. Sorry, Sother. Second con save. You don't see this because you only wait, but past the hallway in the room, Sother is almost like ready to pounce. Almost in that feline pose where cats are about to jump, where they kind of wiggle their butt. She just dashes forward and pulls her short sword and stabs one of the guards through the back of the neck, bringing the blade outside. Immediately summons a psychic blade and throws it at the other one, breaking through the lens of the helmet and just through the eye into the brain, dead. Second, the first save, the guard rolled a 2. The second one rolled a 6 on the die. On the one that rolled 6 on the die, Sother rolled a natural 20. We'll make a tech roll for Ticker. It's one of his higher skills. He has a +10 to this roll. He needs to beat at least a 20 to be able to get into this system and get you the information you need. If not, it's going to take him more time. He hasn't rolled enough, so it's going to take him more time. You get a message from him saying, I'm working on it. Encryption's a bit heavy. We didn't kind of wait to get the codes from the guards, so it's going to take me a bit. So you can choose to keep waiting.
That's fine.
I will make a luck roll for you to see if someone comes knocking in that room. If someone's coming for a shower, say, or just to get something in the locker. This is a low chance, so it's just not a 50% chance, 25%. So you choose 0 to 5 or 15 to 20. Sorry, 1 to 5 or 16 to 20.
Wait, so 1 to 5 for them to come in?
1 to 5 or 16 to 20, basically high or low.
High?
If I roll 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20,
yep,
someone's going to come to try to open that door.
Yeah.
It's a 16 on the die. Someone comes in. This is locked with an arcane lock. There's a push of a button. So ding, like the door's about to open. It doesn't open. You hear the press of a button. Ding, door doesn't open. This shit break again? Fuck me. Security. What the fuck is going on with the shower door? Security. Fuck, now that's broken too. And you hear footsteps moving away. It's a single pair of footprints that you can hear. You don't hear multiple people. Your passive perception tells you that easily.
We should probably start heading out somewhere.
Can we message and warn Ticker that potentially somebody's headed to the security office?
Yeah.
We'll give advantage to Sother for the ambush. It will be the same thing. I will roll Sother's attack with advantage and roll that con save. Okay. You're waiting. You're waiting. I'm going to make one roll for Ticker. You hear, I'm in. You get a message that says, I'm in. Your mother is not in the brig. It's in one of the rooms, like suites, like the actual, quarters. She is confined there, but she is in one of the quarters. But you hear gunshots. And then a whole lot of boots. Mintra rolled a 17 on the attack. That was with the advantage. The guard rolled a natural 20. So Mintra was ready, poised to come down for the blow. But this person caught the shadow, and as she landed, she kind of grabbed her and slammed her in the ground, drew the rifle, and fired on her point blank.
This is like the suicide mission of Mass Effect all over again.
You should
And like
help
that.
them.
The rest of you, 9 of you, 10 countering Bigglesby, are in that locker room.
We have to help
That
them.
has been locked with an arcane lock to make it incredibly suspicious. What do you do?
Errol's like going for the door. He heard gunshots. They're in trouble. If nobody stops him, he's going to go through and try to help them.
RaQui, out of the corner of your eye, the armor's not there anymore.
Oh shit. Where'd it go? Is it in the room?
Errol.
Yeah.
You take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
You're all looking there where the armor is, and you all see a shadow drops on top of Errol and lands around his shoulder level. Errol, you just feel like something is biting into you. Just almost like tearing the flesh. And only that, you feel the blood being sucked out of you. When you look, all of you can see and look, the only thing you see is the disembodied head in a helmet that has landed on Errol, and it's stuck like a strange second head coming out of his shoulders. Though you can hear the grinding and chewing. This thing is stuck into you essentially in a grapple.
I mean, I would like to smash it. Hammer, knock it off of me.
Now you roll with disadvantage.
Remember my attack mods now. Hang on. +2 on everything. Disadvantage. Ooh. 27.
27. You
Disadvantage. 18 and a 17.
you hit it. You break the glass, and still like a face of a mannequin staring at you, but it's still clinging on.
It takes. Does it take damage?
Sure, yes. If you roll damage, you will take it.
Plus.
So RaQui, you see this thing again has about 50 HP. Just the head. You don't see the body yet. Though RaQui, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As I need Will and Olo and Clara to do the same. I will roll for Clara.
21 points of damage.
21. I mean, you can kind of take half of its health away, but it's still clinging on.
Shit.
16 on the deck save.
Dex save, perfect. You save and you avoid the thing without taking damage. Will.
Oh, 1 second.
Hmm?
That was a 4 or 11.
That's not enough, unfortunately.
No, I know.
You take 7 points of necrotic damage. And Olo,
21.
you avoid it easily. RaQui, you are watching around trying to see this thing is stuck to Errol's chest. You see the blood beginning to seep. Valtair just moves out of the way of something coming. Says, what the fuck is that? You see the disembodied arm flying towards you, the hand grasping, and then you see the fingers separate from the hand. And the actual arm kind of flips over. Instead of being hand forwards, kind of stump forward. And you can see the stump and the fingers flip. And you see also like the little stumps. And the little stumps turn into lamprey-like mouths that fly towards you. And you avoid it the same last time. Will, you see a leg kind of hopping towards you. You try to avoid it by the last moment. The foot and the leg separate. And the stumps, again, form those lamprey mouths and stick to your midriff, and you take that damage. Olo, you see the chest, you see the torso begin literally flying towards you, and where the neckline, the arms, the legs would come, where the appendages would be hooked, tendrils emerge, and the chest itself opens into a giant toothy maw as you fight a mimic colony.
Yay!
Do I notice whether or not all of the individual limbs have got their own HP?
Yes.
Amazing. Are they all 50 or?
No, the fingers are a portion of it. The arms a portion. The big HP ones are the head and the torso. Like the fingers have 5 HP. But there's 10 of them.
Yeah. I'm just going to shout out the head and the torso have the most HP.
Again, I leave you the choice. I mean, there is a couple of you have passengers attached to you, eating you, effectively. But you can choose to have your allies, Valterra and his allies, take them from you and take care of the situation here while you continue to move. Or do you want to roll initiative and get this fight started?
Let's
Up to
get
you.
this party started.
If you leave this to your allies, you forego this fight, move out, and then you deal with whatever is outside.
Okay.
Don't forget the other guys need help.
As
Yeah,
well.
so let's just finish this fight and get to them. I think we can deal with this quickly. There's a lot of us.
Okay. Roll initiative. Alternatively, if you wish, because there's a lot of you, we can just have all of you go and then your enemies go. And I will just choose one of you to roll a die, a d20, against me rolling the d20, and then we decide which group goes first that way. So if I roll higher, the colony goes first, and then you go, if you prefer that way.
Normal initiative order, I think.
Normal initiative? All right.
Call it out and you can tell me.
I just wasted a natural 20 and got 22.
I got 15.
I'll call your name, please. Tell me when to call you. I'm writing down the initiative of the myriad NPCs. Roll the initiatives. Okay, Errol.
13.
Ara rolled a natural 1 for a 4. Olo.
15.
Bill.
14.
Key.
22.
Okay, RaQui, you begin. At the moment, the targets available to you are one of those swarms of fingers, a leg and a foot, the head and the torso. Oh, and one of the arms.
Um,
All individual targets.
did you say the head? Sorry.
Sorry?
Did you say the head on Errol?
Yeah, the head is on Errol, yes.
Or is that one within range?
You're all in very close quarters.
Okay.
I did take a chunk out of that one, so
Yeah. So first thing I'm gonna do as bonus action is Form of Dread.
Okay.
Do, 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 do. And then I'm gonna go for the torso.
Does your form of dread cause fear or something like it?
So if I hit them, yes. So yeah, if I hit a creature, it has to make a Wisdom saving throw. I'm going to go for the torso, and I am going to throw a firebolt at it. Oh, I got another natural 20, so 27.
That's critical.
Remind me what the damage is on critical.
Double the dice. Well, I want to make a couple of rolls for how the folks in the security room are faring.
27. Oh. Is the mannequin flammable?
You don't know?
Okay. 27 points of fire damage. And if it's flammable, it's now on fire. And it also needs to do a wisdom save.
It is not flammable, so it's not. It doesn't light on fire.
Okay.
But wisdom save failed. So it now
It
cannot move closer to you. It needs to use its movement to move as far away from you as it can.
Yep.
Well, that brings us then to the swarm of fingers. This one's going for Voltaire. And hits. And deals 17 points of necrotic damage to Voltaire. And latches on. That is, let me just quickly. That then is now the leg. It's the second leg. It's gonna go for Lynn. Misses. Now the second foot. Olo. It misses. You see the foot drops from above you, from one of the top of one of the lockers. You see like the lamprey mouth just flying towards you, but it's a free fall. So you just take a quick step back and it falls to the ground.
And then I give it my finger swarm.
It's Voltaire's turn. He is gonna use an athletics roll to peel the fingers from him. He rips them out. He uses a bonus action to flurry of blows. That's a hit. That's a hit. He just mushes the swarm of fingers until just like it's essentially 5 gloved fingers just oozing in the ground on the ground. That's Voltaire's turn. It's the head. The head is latched onto you, so it just will deal damage. You take another 18 points of necrotic damage. Olo, it is your turn. You're muted.
So can I attack the head? Am I close enough to attack the head?
Yes, you're close enough to attack the head.
Yeah, let's help Fuck Knuckle out.
And I will tell, even though it's attached to Errol, I will not give it. It is not engaged. There's no one engaging it in melee for you to get a sneak attack on this.
Okay.
I did whack it with a hammer.
You blindly whacked it with a hammer. It's literally like attached here. That's not engaged in combat.
So how? No, don't worry. 25.
That hits.
Uh, 20 points of damage.
You hit it, and it's looking rough. You blow off half the helmet, and you see that the helmet falls off, and it's not really a helmet. It's organic matter. It's like you've blown part of its body out. But it's still holding on. Will.
Okay, so I'm going to use one action to use inflict wounds on this thing that's on me.
Okay.
I will cast it at 2nd level.
Attack roll.
17 to hit.
It hits.
Cool. Uh, 16 necrotic damage.
You heal for half that amount. You see part of that tissue begin to corrode and rot. And it's supposed to be an armor, like fabric. It looks like fabric, but it's rotting like it's flesh. But still latched on, unfortunately.
That is fine. And I am going to bonus action. Where's my healing word? Because Errol took quite a bit. Okay, so bonus action, mass healing word, so 6 creatures, so that would be people who have taken damage.
How many of us is that?
Not me. I'm too good.
It's me and Voltaire, I think.
Yeah, not me.
So you might not need to do a mass healing word. Don't spend the extra mana if you don't need it. It's literally, I think it's just me and Voltaire that have been hit. Am I
No,
wrong?
That's fine. I just don't have healing word. I got rid of it to get something else instead. Okay, in that case, I will bonus action Shield of Faith on Errol.
Okay. Cast Shield of Faith, and protective magic appears over Errol.
So you have +2 to your armor class.
It is Lynn's turn. Lynn uses object interaction to summon his armor, which looks very much like the classic Beethoven attire, but it looks armored. And he looks at the head and begins to compose a melody, but it just sounds screeching horrible. And it needs to make a roll. It fails and takes 3d6 damage from dissonant whispers. And hits it for exactly the amount left on its HP, and the head falls off, crashing to the ground and in a puddle of melting goop. And as a bonus action, he looks to Will and says, "You got it, boss lady," and gives you Bardic Inspiration. That's a D8.
Oh, thanks.
Errol.
The head is dead, yes.
Yeah, the head is dead.
I don't have any hands free right now to drink a potion. So what's still standing?
There's a colony of fingers that is flying around.
Finger swarm.
It's a finger swarm. There is still a foot and a leg attached to Will. There is a leg still flying. There's the torso, which is will run away in its turn, and there's another foot. Essentially, this thing disassembles, and each of them
Okay.
becomes an individual mimic.
But Will's got 2 on her, yeah?
Yes.
Pick the
Foot and a leg.
biggest
The
thing.
leg is that's taking the most damage.
Oh, then I hit the leg first. 2 attacks, so why not? 25.
It hits.
8. 12. 15 points of damage.
You hit it and it was already damaged, so you expect to break bone or wood, but it just sounds like squishy, like you're just literally hitting it like a giant lamprey. It just falls to the ground.
Second attack on
A
the
foot?
foot, I guess, because it's next. Or nat 20. Go.
I won't even bother you with rolling damage. You kill it. This thing doesn't have much health.
Angry about the head.
And you are clear of invaders, Will. That
I'll
would
then
be
just
Errol's turn.
stand in front of her.
It is the other swarm of fingers. Special ability. RaQui, a 16.
Doesn't hit.
And
Yeah.
It flies towards you, and you duck out of cover, and it just flies overhead. It is time for Mira, who just walks up to the swarm of fingers, smacks your hand, just throws a burning hands. Roll save. Succeeds. Takes 10 points of fire damage, but it's still lingering on. It's fingering on. It's the torso, and it moves away from RaQui, but will do something. Natural 20. Olo, you take 20 points of slashing damage. As
Yeah,
from
Is it an attack?
it's an attack.
I'll use my reaction to half it.
Okay, you use uncanny dodge. From where the neck would be, a tendril appears and just reaches out towards you. It hits you like a whip, grabs you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. DC 17.
Oh, cool. I've got a roll of 17 or higher.
Ooh.
No, I didn't.
You almost hear it shout, "Get over here!" And you are pulled towards the torso. And as I said, the center of the chest of that arm opens into a maw and chomps on you. And you are grappled, and you take another 10 points of piercing damage. And you see this thing flying in the air, like floating, this disembodied torso with a mouth in it where its chest and stomach would be, with Olo partially inside it. Or at least dangling from it. That is the torso. It is Public. Public is going to go for the second leg. So no, it's going to engage the finger swarm because it can make use of sneak attack. It hits. Deals it 30 points of damage and just slashes and cuts all the fingers in half. So the finger swarm is done. Clara sees her girlfriend getting damaged and goes into a rage. And will just straight up pull out the rifle and fire in rage against a couple of targets. She's going to go for the torso first. Misses. Second attack. Hits. That's 19 points of damage to the torso, bringing it up to 46 points of damage. It's 4 away from being dead. Clara brings us to RaQui at the top of the round.
So I am going to go for an Eldritch Blast. But I'm going to go for 2 targets. So the torso is attached to Olo. Who else has something attached to them?
No one has anything attached to them. They're flying around.
Okay, so I'm going to go 1 at the torso, and
There's
then
also
1...
the head is done. The thing remaining is like the swarm of fingers is also gone. The only thing remaining are a leg and a foot.
Okay, I'm going to go for the torso and the leg. So I have a 21 to hit the torso
Hits.
and a 15 to hit the leg.
Yeah, that misses.
That misses. Okay, so just the torso. And that is 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage to the torso. It spits well, it doesn't spit out. It just falls to the ground, and Olo, you fall with it, and it just turns into a puddle of goop around you.
And as a bonus action, I am going to give Olo Bardic Inspiration.
What do you tell him?
I've got that thing for you. Let's get the rest.
Foot and leg remaining, which brings us to the second leg, and it's gonna go for Errol. We'll use its special attack. That is a 29 to hit.
Yes.
As a reaction, can I please cast Silvery Barbs
Yeah.
to
Silvery Barbs.
re-roll the attack?
That is a 19 to hit.
This is
Then that brings us to the foot, and it's going to follow suit against Errol. Sorry, that's cocked. Natural 1. Just flies straight through. It is Voltaire. Voltaire is not going to waste time. Just going to go for that leg and punch the shit out of it. And the thing with Voltaire is that all his powers are elemental. So,
punch.
okay. It's gonna make it. He's gonna make an attack without moving from where he is, and spend the key point. Hits. The second one, he misses. No, actually, still hits with a. No, it misses, but he deals. 8 points of damage. So he just literally, almost like it's Avatar, he just punches and a gout of flame flies out from his fist. He uses Flurry of Blows, hits, and hits. And we'll spend a key point for each. 12, 13, 19. The leg is just carbonized in air. just left there as just a bit of charcoal falling to the ground. That's Valtera's turn. Just one enemy remaining, the foot. It is Olo. This thing is pretty much engaged with everybody.
Unsurprising to anyone, I'm going to stab it in the face. Well, in the toes. In the big toe.
Are you going
Like
melee or ranged?
Melee. With my short sword. For 22.
It's
25 points of damage.
You come up and let's kind of jump into the air and just pin on the way down, pin this foot into the ground where it dissolves into a massive goop. And everything goes quiet except you hear, now that your own combat has stopped, you can hear the conflict outside. There's gunshots still happening.
I quickly drink a potion.
84 plus 4. Door is still locked, though you can hear now boots moving towards you.
Is that the way that the Seekers went? Yeah, I'm gonna go.
The door is magically locked. You can't open it.
Yeah, they can. Everyone in the team I said could go through it.
Okay, perfect. Then yeah, you can open it. And you see that there's two soldiers moving down the hall with rifles coming towards you. Clearly, these are Republic rifles. So purely technological. Essentially railguns.
Are we still in combat initiative? Yes. Okay, so it's not my go. Olo
Just
and then
add them to the initiative. Okay.
Will. So I did not open the door. It's not my go.
Hey, that was Olo. It's Will's turn.
So, are we all done in here?
Yes. All the mimics are gone. The mimic colony has been defeated. Errol has just dashed through the door.
Yep. I go through as well.
You see the two guards, the two soldiers that are coming up, and they stop in their tracks and have rifles raised.
I couldn't have gone through the door first because I'm after her in initiative.
Okay, then yeah, you're turned towards the door then. And in that case, you're the one who went through the door.
Yep, I go through the door. Can I do a guiding bolt on them?
Sure.
And I don't want to call out doing it up the butt because that would give me disadvantage. Right, okay. Guiding bolt. Oh, with a natural one, that is not. Nope.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes. However, can I burn an inspiration to re-roll that?
If you want.
Cool. I will do. Let's try this again. $14?
Doesn't hit. Does the 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
You fire the guiding bolt towards the coming guard. You see that the guy just stands his ground, hands the rifle holds the rifle in one hand. His fist glows and punches the guiding bolt and directs it straight back at you. Roll your guiding bolt and deal the damage to yourself.
That's mean. Okay. Roll damage to myself.
From this outside, you just hear beyond anything, you hear the sound. It's just wet sounds, like just cutting and tearing. And you hear shouts of, "We need reinforcements."
Okay, that's not too bad. I rolled an 11 damage.
And you're now shining brightly. That is Will's turn. It's Lynn's turn. Lynn will... Lynn will attempt something on the guard. We're going to move outside. I'm going to make a roll. Failed. One of the guards turns into a sheep as Lynn casts Polymorph. He says, "Don't touch that one!" That is Lynn. It's Errol's turn. Errol, you now can leave the room, and when you do, you'll see that there is a guard. Will is glowing. Will is glowing like a lamp, and there's a sheep there.
I will assume that don't hit that one was don't hit the sheep. Can I reach the guard?
He's about 40 feet away.
I got 40 foot of movement.
Okay, you can reach him.
I have advantage on my next attack, I think, because of the silvery barbs. So, first attack on this guy. Oh, almost a crit. 19 on the dice, so 29. I don't know what the fuck is going on today. That's all going to come back to bite me in the ass in probably like 2 minutes. 15 points of damage on the first hit. Oh, you know what?
Does a 20 hit you?
It just hits me, yeah. I actually forgot. 6 and 5 points of lightning damage.
Okay. You hit him once, and when you're coming for the second swing, he literally strikes your hammer with the butt of his rifle, turns the rifle and fires point blank at you. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
15. I don't want to burn my thing yet, so I'm going to take it for now, and hopefully I get a chance to heal in a second.
That is Mira's turn.
Do I get my second attack or no?
I thought that was your second attack.
No, first attack was 15 points of damage. I rolled a 20.
Oh, sorry. I thought 15 was the roll for the second attack. My bad.
Oh, no.
Ignore the damage you took. In case if you miss the second attack, you will take that damage.
Oh no, sorry. Hang on. Right, that was a D8. It's not how I roll.
I don't think that'll work.
What? Hang on. What? 16. Yeah.
That doesn't hit.
16.
He blocks that attack and deals damage to you.
It was how much damage? Sorry.
15.
15. On it.
It's time for Mira, the Drow Wizard.
Can I as a quick question, I assume I need a hand free to drink a thing.
Yes.
Could I just free action drop my shield or something?
Sure.
to like bonus action drink her?
She is just gonna cast Mage Armor on herself because things are looking dicey, or will get dicey. That is her turn, and it is now Pavrik. Pavrik won't be able to reach anybody. Actually, no, he will use Cunning Action Dash and pull out his short sword and attempt to stab the motherfucker. Misses entirely. That now brings us to Clara. Clara comes out of the room still in a fucking rage and will open fire on the guard. Natural 20. Second attack misses. But now she's hitting with a natural 20, so that's 30 points of piercing damage on the guard. Essentially taking about half its health. In a single shot, with a plus 15 that you had dealt about, what was it? 15, Errol? 45, he has about 15 HP left. That brings us to that soldier as the top of the round. And he just turns and opens fire on the sheep. Hits it. And kills the sheep, and the soldier appears again, a bit confused. Like he literally standing like, okay, I'm back. Second attack, he will fire on you, Errol. Misses you entirely. RaQui.
So can I get a read on Errol's HP?
What is your HP, Errol?
61. Do you want the other end of the scale?
Yeah.
61 out of 103. Kevin said I could drop my shield and bonus action take a health potion, so I just healed up a bit. Not a lot, but a bit.
Okay. I am. So action. I'm going to use a module of my first aid from my Weaver.
For the record, Errol, you can just use your object interaction to send the shield back to hammer space and then bring it back up as an object interaction the next turn.
Oh, well, then I do that.
That's why you have hammer space.
So that gives you 10. And then as a bonus action, but I'm also going to use my new awesome module and add the 3 additional mana to it. I'm going to cast a 4th level healing word, maximize the healing, and give you another 20. So in total, that is 30 HP. And that's my turn.
Okay. It is the second soldier's turn, and I need Will and RaQui to make dexterity saving throws.
$19.
19, you succeed. Will?
9.
9. Okay. Will, you take 40 points of slashing damage. And RaQui, you take 20. As this one sees that there's a lot of people and chucks a fragmentation grenade towards you. That's his first attack. Second attack, we open fire on RaQui. That is a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay, as a reaction, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke. Can I get a dex save, please? I'm gonna cast it at second level.
20, not nat.
Okay, so half as much damage, so 2d10, 3d10. Jeez.
As a free action, the soldier goes, "We need backup. We have an incursion."
So that is 9 points of fire damage, but I am also still in my form of dread, so he is now also frightened of me.
He needs to make a roll.
Oh yeah, no, he needs to make a roll.
That is a 19.
Okay, he's not frightened of me.
Okay. Not a second soldier. Voltaire uses bonus action to rush a lot and is going to come to the soldier who just fired on RaQui and make his attacks. Hits, misses, flurry, misses, and hits. Deals 14 points of damage to this one. Ono just punching him like one of those practice boxing, just punching him in the face. That's Voltaire's turn. Brings us to Olo. Olo, coming outside, you see that there's 2 guards there that they're engaging. You see there's another one that is coming from far away down the hall. And there is a commotion down the hall.
How are the 2 nearest looking?
One of them is fucked up.
I will finish fucking him up.
Okay.
I'll go get into melee range.
Mm-hmm. He's about 40 feet from the door. So can you move that far?
I'll cunning action.
Okay, perfect.
Uh, 24.
That's a hit.
Uh, 31 points of damage.
Oof. This guy is facing Errol and, having a very big, bulky opponent just in front of him. And he's been, parrying and firing melee. And it just doesn't see you come up literally under Errol's legs and just jump and just cut through the armor on his stomach. Just, you disembowel him.
Just like that. Peekaboo!
Yeah. You come straight to the. This is child's play. You're Chucky. You just getting. The sneak attack of Chucky. That is Will.
Okay. How much does the drinks go back?
3d4 plus 4 as a bonus action.
Okay, no. Let's cast a 3rd level cure wounds on myself.
Okay. If you cast an inflict on yourself, you have advantage on the roll because you're glowing.
No, I don't. I have disadvantage.
Not in this situation
Okay.
because the spell was taken from you. Was redirected.
Okay. Crap. That's fine. If I just take another hit, I just die. Not a problem. Okay, so sorry, Errol, I'm gonna have to drop the shield of faith on you. But I will spiritual weapon.
Okay. Wait, no, that's a bonus action, and you've already used a bonus action for the potion.
No, I didn't use a potion.
No?
I said cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
myself.
Yeah, correct. Sorry. Yeah.
Why don't you bonus action heal yourself? If you didn't heal.
Use cure wounds as a standard action.
Why don't you bonus action heal yourself if you didn't heal very well?
Because I'm not holding anything, so I could just take something out and do it. Yeah. Okay. That is true.
Well, also remember that you can use, if you cast a spell, you can spend a bit more mana and just heal a group of people, including yourself, for the level of the spell.
No, wasn't that the healing cleric thing?
No, that's the module that I gave her.
Ooh.
And it's with offensive spells. So she can cast Guiding Bolt, say at a X level, and heal X to a group of people equals to the proficiency bonus.
Everybody remember, use your shit. We're not good at this.
You're dealing with highly trained motherfuckers, very much conditioned to fighting a whole lot of opponents, and they're going to play dirty.
So I guess I could try and hit them. So yeah, spiritual weapon. Try and hit them.
Go for it.
So how's this? When casting offensive spells, a number of allies of your choice up to proficiency bonus.
What is your proficiency bonus?
It is a +3.
Up to 3 people. Heal for the level of the spell. So if the spell level is 1 point of healing. If you cast things at a higher level, then it's that you use that number instead.
Yeah, so it would have been a 4th level spiritual weapon because then I get 2d. No, I don't hit them though, do I?
How much is the roll?
I rolled a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Okay, so I heal myself for what, 4 then?
Yourself and 2 other people.
And 2 other people.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Who else looks seriously hurt? I'm guessing that is Olo, I think it was, and Voltaire was hit.
No, Voltaire hasn't been hit.
And
Oh yeah, no, Voltaire was hit for 17. He's taking 17 points of damage. Yep.
And you said that just Olo hasn't been hit. Did you say just
Olo has been
Olo's
hit and
fine.
Voltaire has taken 17, but I think Olo is not too bad.
Olu drunk a potion to get back up to full health.
Okay, RaQui?
Yeah, I've been hit twice.
Yeah. Okay, so Voltaire and RaQui. There's not much, but something. Let's roll for damage. 8. That is really, really bad. I rolled a 3 and a 1 on that damage. So yeah,
I need to make a few more rolls here. Give me a sec. They would have been in range. So Voltaire. Yes. Okay. So. Oh, correction. Voltaire has taken 37 points in total. because he was in the range of the explosion just now. Lynn would have been in there as well. He succeeds and only takes 20. Mira succeeds as well. Nice. These people are succeeding. And Pavrik, the rogue, of course, will fail. But he has evasion, so it takes half damage anyway. Okay. So yeah, there's a bunch of people that need healing. But they'll have their own potions and stuff. Okay. So that is Will's turn, right? Okay. It is now Lynn's turn. And Lynn will cast Healing Word at a Healing Word at a 4th level on Valtair. And heals him for 18 points of damage. And as an action, he is going to cast. He already used. Yeah, that's going to use a 3rd level slot and cast a Cure Wounds on himself, healing himself 18 again. That is Lynn's turn. Errol.
How fucked up does the one guard left standing look?
Looks fairly decent. Hasn't taken that much damage.
We need to move on.
There's
quickly.
another guard that's coming next.
Like another guard coming down the corridor.
You see him already running down the hallway, and there's a commotion happening in the room with presumably the Seekers.
Yeah, I really.
For the record, I've been rolling for the Seekers. They've been turning the room into a bloodbath.
Okay.
But they're now being pushed back and are being overwhelmed. The last set of rolls that I did, Sother and Tigger both rolled 2s, and their assailants 18s and 19s.
And am I right in saying this is only round 3? So we're like 3 rounds in.
4 rounds, I would say.
4 rounds. Oh, I guess they got engaged before us,
Yeah.
so they're 4 rounds. This is our 3rd round. Someone's engaged with this guard as well, aren't they?
I mean, there's a spiritual weapon. There's a giant pan flying.
I thought
next to him.
Voltaire hit him.
Oh yes, Voltaire too. Voltaire also.
So is it advantage if I hit him?
If you flank him, yes.
I'll move to flank. Let's roll. That wasn't great. 22.
22. Hits. He uses his reaction and shield.
Okay, so misses.
The attack hits basically you see the armor glow and it stops the attack dead on.
Ooh, Eldritch Knight. Okay. Still advantage, so 2nd attack, I guess. That's dead at 25.
It doesn't hit.
Oh, still doesn't hit. Hold ground, but free action. Oh, sorry, bonus action. Bring my shield back out. Should have done that first.
That's
Free
just your
action,
object.
just
That's just your object interaction. That's not a bonus action.
Boof, shield back. Free action. Then I'll say, there's another one coming. We can probably handle this one.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
It's Mira's turn, and she's just gonna save up some of her strength, just fire off a magic missile against this guy at a 2nd level. Healing for 5 points of damage. Just 2 missiles, just a few missiles, just striking, but not dealing that much damage. Pavrik is gonna get close and try to stab. Misses. Clara on her rage. Misses. Misses. Double threes. Top of the round, RaQui.
Has the other guard arrived?
He is arriving this turn, so he will join the initiative this turn.
So I can't see him at the moment, no?
No, you can see him. He's
Uh.
coming down the hall. He's about 80 feet away from you.
That's good. I'm gonna go for let's do Eldritch Blast again, and I'm going at both of them again. Uh, 24 to hit on the first one.
Who are you targeting? The one that's coming or the one that's already there?
The one that is already there.
24 doesn't hit.
Okay, and then the one that's come in. 23 to hit.
That does hit.
That does hit. Okay.
The other one casts shield, so you don't hit that one.
So 8 points of force damage, and if I can get him to do his wisdom save.
That is a 17.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. He succeeds. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use one of my health potions, and then that's me done.
Voltaire's turn. Miss. And miss. Misses again. Voltaire doesn't hit any blow. It just bounces off the shield. Olo.
I'll hit the guard next to us. $18,
It doesn't hit.
and I'll use my bonus action to use my offhand. And then hit. Yeah, that's me.
Cool. The two soldiers have their turns back to back. They're both going to do the same thing. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is Cat's Grace still on?
That's great. Doesn't apply to saving throws. DC is 18.
19.
Okay, 19. Will
24.
succeeds.
Also 24.
Succeeds.
18.
18, just on the edge. Okay. I'm gonna roll for the folks here. Voltaire. Whatever he rolls, he's gonna roll get half damage. Okay. Lynn. Fail. Mira. Natural 1, fail. Pavrik. 2, fail. Okay. Those of you who succeed take 32 points of force damage. Those who fail take 64. That means that Voltaire is down, Mira is down, Povric is down. The only one that is up, I think. No, he's failed as well. He is down as well. Oh, actually, no. Lynn is up with 1 HP. As these two guards come kind of rush into position and drop the rifles and just hit both of their knuckles together, and they explode. Leaving a massive crater and, well, a splash of body all around you. They have detonated themselves to take you out.
That's a fucking dick move. Why'd they do that?
How are you looking?
I'm down.
Errol? Ricky?
Just over half, 59.
Ricky?
I am just under half.
And Olo?
Just under half.
Will is down and everybody around is down. There doesn't seem to be coming anyone else. Though you see that Ticker and Souther are moving towards you. They are incredibly hurt, but also covered head to toe in blood.
I will run over to Will and force a potion down her throat.
Roll the healing.
Uh, 12 points.
12 points. Will, you wake up in the range of this explosion. A massive chunk of this section of the hallway, the metal of the walls, even the parts that are like ceramic or everything has buckled and broken and is twisted around you as these two individuals seemingly detonated as a choice to fight you. A figure appears in front of all of you, dressed in what seems to be a power armor. It looks like the armor they're wearing, but many more plates, lights, kind of like energy coursing through it. The helmet opens on its own and kind of disassembles, and you see a Goliath man with a lion's-like mane and beard. And he looks past all of you, like you're not there, and just looks at you, Will. Says, I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagine you would have reached over there sooner. I will offer you a deal. You come have a word with me in private, in my office, and you and your friends and my foolish daughter can walk away afterwards. I'm going to only make this offer once. For the record, this figure just materializes in front of you. And then the helmet retracts.
Okay.
Are you agreeing or saying okay to me?
I'm saying okay.
Very well. To the office then. And he turns around and begins to walk towards the office.
Before that, though, I would like to spare the dying on the rest of them so that they're not dying, so I can actually bring them up.
Do what you will. and he continues walking.
Okay.
Lynn is fucked up. I said, don't worry. I got him. I can bring him up. I didn't bring him up.
Mass healing word would be nice.
He doesn't have that. Just casts healing word on everybody with the spells he has left. And brings pretty much everybody up. Barely any health, but brings them up. And as Will, you head into the office. The door closes behind you. And that's where we're going to leave our session. You were so close to not being discovered at all. There was one bad roll. If Sother had managed to roll that sneak attack on the second guard, no issue. But the previous rolls were reversed, where she before rolled a natural 20 versus a low roll. This time it went the other way. And that is it for our session. We'll be back next week with the conclusion of this situation. The party is looking more or less fine. Though I think, Errol, you have like 15 different ways of boosting your max HP, and you're still under half.
Right now, yeah. I'm over half, but just...
And let's just say the colony of mimics is just one of the many curious things that exist in the Shadow Rain base.
Quite like them.
That is it then. Before we go, we'll just quickly go around. People can tell you who they are and who they were playing, and if they choose to do so, where you can find them in the dark corners of the internet. So, the big boss of the team, Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade. I played Will. You can find me on this channel, and you can find me here on Sunday, every Sunday, every other Friday, doing vampires, and also check out the Lawful Gig YouTube channel to watch Kernels of Mystery, which is Kids on Bikes, which is really cool.
Hello, I'm Nate. I've been playing Errol Reminesh, the Craggling Fighter. For once, I have not gone down yet.
Yet.
I said yet. You can find me on Twitter as Tiniest Sidekick, or here, playing various games on various days.
Cool. Kat.
Hi, I'm a cat, and I have been playing RaQui, who did manage to dodge some hits, which was nice.
And Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. I was playing Olo, the least stealthy rogue in this session.
To be fair, none of the rogues rolled well this session. Like every rogue, there are 3 rogues in total between everybody you brought. All the rogues rolled like crap.
I rolled 2s. I would have preferred to roll 1s because I've got lucky and I could re-roll them.
Well, no, just no. It's not going to happen.
None's for you.
Yep. And that's going to be it for us for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for watching. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.